All right. I got a few minutes and I'm out. Check out Instagram. Check out my reel on Instagram. Hopefully it'll bless somebody. But let's go. Let's get this morning train going before I get
If
out
I
the
was
door.
good like some of these other
All
folk
right.
out here who can really sing,
Who's
I would
joining
cut
me?
a single and it would
I'm
go a little
back.
something like this.
Just for a second.
Baptist bounce, bass. I'm going home on the morning train. Oh, I'm going home on the morning train. The evening train just may be too late. Said I'm going home on the morning train. Oh, I'm going home on the morning train. Oh, I'm going home on the morning train. The evening train just may be too late. The evening train just may be too late. The evening train just may be too late. So I'm going home on the morning train. Somebody just put your hands together. Oh, 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 yeah. Say yeah.
Yeah.
The evening train just may be. The evening train just may be. The evening train just may be too late. So I'm going home. Yes, I am on the morning. Somebody just put your hands together. Said it may. Got my ticket in my hand. I wanna be ready for when it comes. Gonna leave this world behind. Yes, I will.
Hey.
Let me hear you say, oh, oh, oh. Say yeah. Let me hear you say, oh, oh, oh. Let's finish it. Come on. The evening train just may be. The evening train just may be too late. The evening train just may be. Said I'm going home on the morning train. Yeah.
Okay. For those of you who will join me later, just for a minute, I will probably be in the car by the time you see this. I actually have a quick word, but then I also have a small rant. So here's the word. Word is simple. Um, I was out on my bike this morning, and again, check out my Instagram reel so you can see a little bit of word that I had there. But it's just one of those things where it's like I'm inspired in exercising, right? So what happened was I was riding, and on my bike computer that tells you what's going on with stuff, I got electronic shifting. And so back in the day, not back in the day, some people actually have manual shifting on their bike, which means it's not assisted. So you have to do it yourself. The parts wear out. You have to tighten, the wire and stuff in there just to shift into other gears. And the riding is good. It's old school, but updated now, we have electronic shifting. Electronic shifting, what it does, allows you to hit, just a button and it'll do all the hard work for you. And that kind of reminds me of being saved, where a lot of the work that you do, the power of the Holy Spirit, you are assisted with it. There's a help for you. There's a word that's in the Greek in the New Testament that deals with hydraulics. And with hydraulics, that means that the power that you would normally have to put into something that you can't really lift yourself, the power of hydraulics will do it for you. So just think of a bulldozer or a forklift. A forklift is going to lift a heavy pallet where you can't do it by yourself. It'll take a bunch of people to do it, but you behind that forklift are able to lift and move stuff. You at the wheel of the dump truck are able to shift things and move things further because of power. assistance. Even when people are trying to recover, you have some assistance to go with you. And that's how you can think of your connection in Christ, like, a power in you. There's an assist to get through. And one thing we overlook a lot of times is the power of the mind and thinking, transformed by the renewing of our minds. So back to this bike thing, what happened was I'm riding and I'm so comfortable riding that I forgot to charge the mechanism that gives the shift assistance. And so what happened was the computer gave me a warning. And I was out on a ride this morning. I said, I'm going to do some climbing and go up and down hills and stuff. But in order to go up and down hills, in order to do things and get to higher heights, you have to be able to shift. The problem is that I enjoy electronic shifting so much, it makes it easier to get my work in. I still got to ride the bike. But in the shifting, the problem is if the power goes into shifting, you are stuck, hear me out, in one gear. Let that marinate for a minute. You're stuck in one gear. And the thing is, when the shifting mechanism is gone, you are not able to come out of the gear that you're in. And so depending on where you are in life, there may be a hill in front of you. And the hill in front of you, you have to climb. But if you're not able to shift in the gear that's applicable for the climb, or the gear that makes the climb much easier, you will eventually possibly have to get off the bike. And it's going to take you longer to get up the hill because you will not be able to pedal in the gear that you're stuck in. That might be not working for somebody. Let me go to this. If you're going downhill and you still need to speed up, if you're in the same gear you were in when you were going up the mountain, going down, you're not able to get the pedal in because you're spinning too fast. So you still need to shift to work. So here's the point. The computer, there is something in between us and the power assistant that just lets us know that you cannot keep doing things like you're doing without getting a recharge. Shout outs to my boy Danny Sutton, who does on his Wednesday nights instead of Bible study, they call it recharge. And I know a lot of people have this kind of idea of recharge. If you don't recharge, meaning connection is necessary. And a lot of times where we understand the principle of where two or three are gathered in my name, there will I be in the midst. We can look at that as a sense of power. There is power in unity. There's strength in unity. It is God's intention. How can two walk together unless they agree? But then when there's connection, there's power. They gathered, even if it was just 4 women at the cross, or even if it was the 12 disciples in the upper room, even if they were just gathered, even when Peter was locked up, if the people of God just come together, there's something about connection. And that helped me to remember to be connected. And so when I got back home, I thank God for the grace that even though the power is low, I'm glad that there was a reminder that you're out here doing your thing, but you are losing power day by day, and make sure you stay connected. Okay, that's the quick word on the day. Now, sidebar before I get out the door. Here is my rant. This is totally separate. And whoever sees this later on, I'm just curious in the comment section. Yay or nay? Do you put people's pictures up when they're in the hospital bed with tubes and stuff in them? Now, I didn't look at nobody's post recently, and this is not a rant at anyone particular. It's just in general. And here's what I'm going to say, and my family already know this. If I'm in the hospital and I'm sick and I'm either on a dying bed or a bed that, it's going to take me some time to recover or whatever, I'm not really a fan. Y'all help me out. I'm just taking pictures of people lying up in the bed with just tubes and stuff on and their eyes closed. Put it this way. If I'm in the hospital and I choose to take a selfie of myself, okay. But that same lady, that same man, that when you say, hey, let's take a picture, they say, wait a minute, and they doing all of this just to take a little selfie. Why would you take a picture of them without their permission and just shove it online? I'm lost. That's just, ladies and gentlemen, that's my rant for the day. I will get back in Sturman mode on the way down. But Rose, I feel you. I am not a fan of, like, I don't know how to do it. Like, if it fits the context, I get it. But just to say my loved one is in recovery, or my mom, my dad, my cousin, or you, I get when the kid, hurts their arm in sports and you show them with the cast on and they're getting the bandage up. I do that. I get that. But I'm talking about people that are really sick, that need quarantine time. They need recovery time. They don't need an eye in the room. Some of these people, they don't even post themselves when they're out and doing well. Why do family post their pictures in church? Sometimes they put pictures of mothers in the hospital with stuff IV and everything. Say, oh, pray for my mom. Wait a minute, hold up. Mama was in church last week, shouting, praising God, had a tambourine or dressed looking fine. Mama was, out taking a daily walk and looked great. Why are you only showing them pictures, and why show it in the first place? I'm sorry. Is it me? Y'all help me. I just am not a fan of hitting the timeline and it's like, oh, wow, they look bad. I mean, they look good too last week. Let's show that picture and say, pray for that person. They're in the hospital. We solicit your prayers. But we don't have to give an inside view of the pain that everybody's going through, okay? Just for their sympathy for recovery. All right, that's just a thought pattern of mine. I don't know if it's just me, but I got a few people that agree with me here. Maybe you can put it later on. I'm just not a fan. Thank you, Rose. Hopefully I see you in a few. I am just not a fan of them joints. I mean, if I'm in the hospital and you want to come see me, it's all good. But don't pull that phone out and take no picture. Oh, Pastor Pelzer, y'all pray for him. Look at me now. This the picture I want to see. My cousin Rose, she put a beautiful picture up with her hair all did, in the car. Like, we take nice selfies of ourselves. So why do other people get to post pictures that just don't? Come on, people. We got to do better. All right? That's my rant for the day. I'm going to leave with some joy and get up out of here. Thank you, Richard. I am not a fan. I mean, personally, yes. Now, here's my last other rant that's just crazy. Why do we look like this in church now, right? Here's praise and worship. It's a song going, choir singing. Let me see. Do I have a song, church song? Okay, I don't have okay, look. I'm going to play this right here. This is by T.D. Jakes. And this will be, listen, y'all, this is what we do in church. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all church.
30, 50, 75, 125 people.
All right, church song.
And tell them this is the Lord's church. Jesus is Lord. Oh, this is the church.
Everybody in church be looking like this. Why is everybody a cameraman in church? Am I the only one, y'all? Y'all know church look like this. People be like, and they in worship. And they like this. Choir march, and they like this.
What did you say? Whose church is this? He said, upon this rock.
Gotta check the battery power. Make sure it's still recording. They in praise. Look, they praise him. Then they go. You gotta respond to somebody in the comment section.
It's a hand clapping church.
But here we go.
It's a foot stomping church. It's a sanctified church. It's a glorified church. Whose church is it?
We gotta do better, y'all. I promise you. Every time I get in church, there's the stream, the live stream of the service, but then there's like 5 to 10 people with that phone in their hand streaming. Why? Why? Yo, I'm done. I got to get out of here. It was a wonderful day. I am going to get out here, rejoice and be glad in it. I'm out. Love one another. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. Pray for these folk up in these streets, shooting each other, killing each other. I don't know. Sad reality is somebody pulling the trigger today. I just thank God for covering. Bless you, bless your family, bless your children, your loved ones. I pray that God covers you all. Pray that you're not in the vicinity of knuckleheads. And I'm praying for those that put their hands on the triggers. It just takes a demonic mind just to pull the trigger and take somebody's life. Let's make it count. Today I'm preaching on maximizing in ministry. Southern Baptist Church, 5th of Venango. All right? I'll be live at 5:30 this afternoon on YouTube. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't be one of these people. The whole service. You study stream. Ain't got no Bible app open, no nothing. Ain't take not one sermon note, but you stream. Peace, y'all. I'll see you in a minute, Juan. I'm out the door. I've been restored. Got my... This camera's still. Alexa, turn cameras off. Richard, take it easy, bro. I'll holler at y'all. Otis.